All right, guys, so you just signed your first lead gen agency client. Congratulations. You got that contract signed, you got that invoice paid, and you're ready to go. You're ready to put in the work. But now what do? That's what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to be talking about how to service your first lead gen agency client. Let's get right into it, guys. So the first thing you need to make sure is that after you sign the client, you need to make sure that you have a seamless onboarding process. What I like to do at my agency is send over an onboarding form to the client. And on this onboarding form, we want to ask them a lot of information and just get a lot of information there so we can build their systems on the back end. So some of these questions that we want to ask are questions about who their ICP is, which is their ideal client profile, who's their target market, right? We're doing lead generation for them. We need to know who they want to sell to. Now, the second thing we need to do is figure out what is their offer, what is their USP, which is their unique sales proposition, right? Your unique value proposition. What makes them stand out in front of instead of other people? What do they do for their clients? What pain points are they solving for their clients? What is the desired solution of their clients? What is unique about them? Like, what makes them stand out from other people? And do they have testimonials and case studies? And you want them to attach them to the onboarding form. These are super important for your email copy. So the reason we take this information down is for two really important parts of the lead generation process, which basically makes or breaks the whole entire process, okay? And that's your lead lists and your email copy. So as I said, your ICP and your target market, that's really going to be about your lead list. So based on what the client says about their target market, their ICP, job titles they're going after, locations, revenue size, all that sort of stuff, we're going to use that information and build their lead lists from that information. And our lead list with our email copy is going to give us successful campaigns, and that's what's going to get us the results for our clients, and that's why our clients are paying us. Now, while this is going on and your client is basically filling out this onboarding form, you do also want to know who is going to be taking those sales calls for the client. You want to know this so that you can set up all of the email domains and the email accounts in the back end. So for example, let's say that John at Google is your client, right? And John is going to be the one who's taking those sales calls. We are going to make about 30 to 50 inboxes for John so that we could send emails on behalf of John so that we could fill up his calendar with more sales appointments. Now, what we want to do is we want to take the answers that they put in the onboarding form about their ICP and target market, and we want to create an initial 2,000 to 3,000 list of leads, like from Apollo.io or whatever tool you're using, so that you could send that to the client and they can confirm it and pre-qualify that those are the types of leads that they want to hop on sales calls with. For my agency, we personally use scriptgen.io to write all of our email copy for us. It makes the process so much easier. Basically, we just plug in that onboarding form that the client fills out and we send it over to Scriptgen, and it spits out all of the email copy for us so we don't have to do it ourselves. Now, after our lead list and email copy is done, we want to do one last thing with the lead list before we upload it into the campaign. We want to actually clean all of those lists to make sure that we only have verified emails. We're going to go to a site like Million Verifier or Neverbounce or Hunter.io, and we're going to upload that lead list into that website so that it's going to clean and it's going to look for all of the valid emails and it's going to separate them from the invalid emails. Now, the reason we want to do this is because we don't want to send any emails to the invalid emails. Because if we do that, our deliverability is going to go down, we're going to start landing in spam, and it's going to be really bad. So we only want to send emails to verified emails. After your lead lists are done and verified, cleaned up, and your email copy is ready to go as well, you want to combine those together in smartly.ai and then launch your campaigns. So we like to group our responses into 4 different groups. All right, number 1 is an interested reply, and these are basically prospects that are interested in our service and they want to learn more. Number 2 is asking for more information. So basically these are people who are saying, yeah, send me some more info. I'm a little bit interested, but they're not really ready to hop on a call yet. They kind of just want a little bit more information first. And the third one is out of office replies. So if you send cold emails, a lot of times you will get out of office replies. So you want to tag these as out of office so they could follow up with them later. And then number 4 are the not interested replies. And these are going to be the ones that people that say opt out or stop emailing me, or the occasional cursing you out over email. So we're going to keep doing this until we start to book meetings. Now, how do we book meetings, right? So let's say that a prospect is interested from an email response. They say, hey, we're interested in learning more. I'll be like, hey, yeah, sounds good, John. Would you be open to speaking on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time? Let me know if that time works for you, or you could just select the time here from our calendar. And then I'll insert my calendar link below, all right? And it just makes it so much easier, okay? That's how we book meetings. So a notification is going to come up, and this actually helps with a lot of things. This helps us to keep track of all the appointments so that we can invoice properly at the end of the month. And it also allows them to just see the progress in real time, and it just gets them excited, you know, like we're getting them appointments and we're filling up their pipeline and we're filling up their calendar with calls, and it's super exciting, and we're actually getting the results for them. Things that you think aren't gonna work might work, and things that you think that were gonna work so well might not work at all. I've been through this. It's happened to me so many times. You have to experiment. You have to test. What you also want to do is you want to make sure that you're communicating with your clients and asking for feedback at the end of every month. And if you want to build and scale your lead gen agency to $10,000 a month in the next 24 weeks, I have a full webinar showing you the exact steps you need to take from A to Z on exactly how to set it up, do everything you need to do to get your first client, get results for that first client, and scale to 6 figures a year. So check that out. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to check that out. But like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video.